Welcome to aminacademy.com. Let us discuss about the story of the Roman world regarding the geography and topography of Roman Empire. Roman history is in a nutshell the story of Romans transformation from village to empire. The geography and topography of Rome, Italy, and Mediterranean world as a whole played a key role in the expansion of the empire, but also placed challenges in the Romans' path, challenges which further shaped their history. Before it became the capital of a major empire, Rome was a village built on seven hills sprawling around the river Tiber. Set 16 miles inland, the original settlement had distinct strategic advantages. It was immune to attacks from the sea, and the seven hills on which the city was built were easy to fortify. The Tiber, although marshy and prone to flooding, furthermore provided the ability to trade with the neighboring city states. By the mid Republic requiring access to the sea, the Romans built a harbor at Ostia, which became a full fledged commercial arm of Rome as a result. Wheeled vehicles were prohibited inside the city of Rome during the day in order to protect the heavy pedestrian traffic. Thus, at night, carts from Ostia poured into Rome, delivering food and other goods for sale from all over Italy and the empire. One of the most surprising aspects of the history of early Rome is that, despite constant threats from its more powerful neighbors, it was never swallowed by them. The Etruscans dominated much of northern Italy down to Rome, while the southern half of Italy was so heavily colonized by the Greeks as to earn the nickname Magna Graecia, meaning Great Greece. In addition, several smaller tribes hemmed the early Romans, mainly the Latins, the Aequi, and the Sabines. The topography of Rome, the advantage of the hills and the river, likely was boon in the city's struggle against all of its neighbors. Likewise, the topography of the Italy proper with the Alps and the Apennines, providing natural defenses in the north, hampered invasions from the outside. Indeed, the most famous example of an invasion from the north that the Hannibal during the Second Punic War is a case in point. He selected that challenging route through the Alps in order to surprise the Roman, and it proved even more destructive of his forces than he had anticipated. At Rome built a Mediterranean empire, the city itself grew increasingly larger, reaching the population of 1 million by 100 CE. While Italy boasted fertile farmlands, feeding the city of Rome because a challenge that required the resources of the larger empire. And Egypt, in particular, became known as the breadbasket of Rome. As a result, emperors were especially cautious to control access to Egypt by prominent senators and other politicians for fear of losing control over this key area of the empire. During the rule of the Emperor Trajan in the early 2nd century CE, the Roman Empire reached its greatest extent, stretching to Britain in the west, slightly beyond the Rhine and Danube River in the north, and including much of the Near East and North Africa. Topography, however, played a role in the Romans' ultimately unsuccessful struggle to hold on these territories after Trajan's death. The natural frontier offered by the Rhine and Danube rivers made it difficult for the Romans to maintain control over the territories on the other side of them, struggling to fight off the various tribes in northern Britain. to 2nd century CE, emperors Hadrian and later to Antonius Pius built successive walls which attempted to separate the unromanized tribes from the territory under Roman control. Finally, a persisting challenge for Roman emperors was that of the location of the empire's capital. Now, further discuss about geography and topography of Roman Empire. Look at here. The Roman Empire geography was vast, stretching from England to Egypt and including the Mediterranean Sea. The emperor's topography and natural frontiers played a role in its rise and fall. Look at this geography. Borders. The Danube River in the north, the deserts of Arabia and North Africa in the south, and the Mediterranean Sea to the west. Capital, Rome, located in the middle of the Italian peninsula, is the capital of Roman Empire. The empire built a complex road network to connect its provinces, including 29 military highways that originated in Rome. Topography, natural frontiers. The Danube and the Rhine rivers created a natural frontiers that made it difficult for the Romans to maintain control over the territories on the other side. When the empire was limited to Italy, Rome's location was ideal. However, when the empire expanded, Rome's location became less advantageous. Impact on the empire, topography and natural frontiers. The empire's topography and natural frontiers made it difficult to maintain control over the territories it conquered. Location of the capital, the empire's location became less advantageous as it expanded. Other aspects of the Roman Empire. The empire was ruled by emperors after Octavian became the sole ruler in 27 BC. The empire was split into Eastern and Western empires in 286 AD. The Western Empire fell in 476 AD and the Eastern Empire fell in 1453 AD. The Roman Empire was a political system that ruled much of Europe, North Africa, Western Asia, and the Mediterranean for centuries. Founding, the Roman Empire began in 27 BC when Augustus Caesar became the first emperor of Rome. Expansion, the Roman Empire reached its largest extent in 117 AD, spanning 3 continents. Splitting, in 286 AD, the Roman Empire was divided into Eastern and Western empires, each with its own emperor. Fall, the Western Roman Empire fell in 476 AD, while the Eastern Empire, also known as the Byzantine Empire, survived until 1453 AD. The Romans were known for their civil engineering, which included the construction of aqueducts, roads, bridges, and public buildings. They also enjoyed violent sports like chariot races and gladiator fights. Many famous writers were Romans, including Cicero and Virgil. Now, let us see. This is a chronologically ordered list of Roman empires. First century, this is a second century, and this third century, in 4th century, and 5th century. So far we discussed about the Roman Empire's geography and topography in short. We have done. Please subscribe our YouTube channel.